and this one is a maybe, but I believe my Thunder Toys alien host will be here anytime in December.
Well, that sure as fuck didn't happen. What's going on, YouTube? It's Cobalt Blue, bringing you the first video of 2024. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Even though I may not be excited for the new year to start, I know you guys and I am excited to take a look at the Thunder Toys alien host, otherwise known as 2007's Spider-Man 3 Venom, portrayed by Topher Grace.
Hey, Parker.
Now, I had pre-ordered this a couple days after it was announced earlier in 2023, somewhere in summertime. So, let's just get straight into it and look at the box. Now, it's clearly just plain cardboard look, except it has the webbing texture, which is in black, and I think I want to keep this box as a reference art, because later in life I want to get a tattoo of the symbiote webbing like this crawling up my arm, or I want to get a Venom symbiote tattoo like this, and I think this is perfect reference art. You see up here it has its own sticker or stamp of approval that one of my cats started chewing at. That's why there's a little tear right here, but it was already not sticking, so it's not a big deal. On the side you get Alien Host, Thunder Toys, whatever the hell that means. Then on the back you get Alien Host by Thunder Toys, a little symbiotic nut stain. And it says on the bottom, this collectibles action figure toys containing fine components may cause choking. Please watch out for children under 14 years to use. Alright, little bit of broken English, but I can still read it. Oh, just for fun, I decided to sign it with my name. And it was made in China, but I don't know if this is Chinese, Japanese, Mandarin. I only speak English. Typical white boy, of course. But this part of the packaging over with. Let's take it out. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'm already loving this. I'm already in love with this. Alright, so let's center it. Now, first impressions. It looks like a shoebox. It very much reminds me of the anti-Venom suit that Peter wears at the end of Spider-Man 2 PS5. And it also reminds me of the end credits Rorschach animatics from both of the Venom movies, so you get a little clash between 2018 and 2017, but you can clearly tell this is at least a recreation of the 2007 logo. And if you can't tell, there's a little familiarity up here. It looks like, I can't tell if it's supposed to be a building or not, but this pattern sequence very much reminds me of the building on the background. So that's very neat. And what I also love about this packaging is the stark difference between the front and back, because the entire packaging itself is matte, but when you get to the back, oh my god, you get the same shit that was on the back of the cardboard colored box, but with the added web pattern, as well as the honeycomb texture all over. Here, let's get you a good look at it. So, without further ado, I think it's time we crack this boy open. Ooh, nice padding. Very soft. Okay. I think I'm gonna cut the camera off right now before I literally explode into orgasm. When we come back, we will have a closer look at our alien host. Here we have him. Oh my god. I think I paid $200 for him, so he is far from the most expensive piece in my collection, but as it stands this very moment, he is nothing short of the best looking piece of my collection. So let's just get a static look at him, a rotation if you will, if the camera can focus. Alright, so before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at everything he comes with. He comes with a symbiote tendril accessory, he comes with the stand, he comes with the base, which also has a secret drawer to store whatever parts you're not using, except the heads. The heads don't fit in there, but comes with symbiote, the base, the stand, 2 heads, and 4 hands. Well, 2 extra hands if you already have a set on his wrist, so not much. He could have had some fists, but I'm not pissed. We will be taking a look at the heads when they're on the figure, so let's move those off to the side. Don't get distracted. Let's take a look at the relaxed hands. They are sculpted beautifully. Now his nails are not completely yellow. They are a brownish tint, which I think works because in some snippets of the film they look a little too bright. So I think they went for a very nice best of both worlds subtle color. You get surprisingly he has even webbing on his hands. And I don't know, it might be just me, but they look vaguely reminiscent of the animatronic hands, though these are following in more closer to his final appearance in the film, so there's not much resemblance there. Here we have the monstrous clawing hands, which again are sculpted stupendously. Shit. And here we have the symbiote fire accessory, I like to call it. It looks like the snap-on fire that you got from the 2014 Ultimate Marvel Legends Green Goblin. So it's done in a nice matte black, nothing outstanding. There's no real direction, so you can use this at your own will. I think it's a nice inclusion. Then you get what everyone likes to call the crotch grabber, I guess. It's a V for Venom, it's all a sign. You just slide it in and then pull it up or down. But by far the best part about this whole thing is the secret drawer, because you can store all of the hands in there. Maybe the webs too, but I forgot about that. I'm improvising, god damn it. So, after taking a look at all the accessories and everything he comes with, let's take a look at our prize. Here we have our gorgeous man himself, Edward Brock Jr. So let's take a look at the face when it's on the body. It's a little lackluster setup, so I gotta, like I said, improvise. Now, his head, the paint is... the way his face... I don't know what it is. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but he looks kind of cute. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that He has two little vampire fangs and this perfect little sneer on his face. I love his tiny dilated pupils. His hair, it matches color and texture, but it doesn't like stick up or stand out in between where the webs aren't covering it, so there's a little inconsistency between that and the film, but this looks very reminiscent of Hey Parker. So you get the front, you see all the symbiote covering his face, and then going to the back, it's sculpted all the way, which is fucking fabulous. And then we bring in the head of the hour. Here we have Venom in all of his evil, malicious, slobbery, slippery, long-tongued glory. So let's bring his legs out a little bit and bring him closer to the camera. This head is just pure fucking sex. You have never seen a head sculpt this faithful, this accurate to how he appeared in the film. You get the asymmetrical webbing, you get the honeycomb pattern. The shape of his head is slightly more elongated than it was in the film, but that's not really a bad thing. You get a little more curvature to his jaw. His tongue, while it did not get this long in the movie, it does appear it could, but I don't think he did. And something else really notable about the head sculpt here. Let's take it off. Not only does he have the sculpted slime and slobber dripping all over his mouth, he also has a sculpted interior. The inside of his mouth, yes, the inside of his mouth does in fact look like the animatronic, which I do appreciate. His eyes have a pearlescent, shimmery gloss to them, so they're reflective, if the camera can even pick it up. Oh my fucking god. Finally. There, you see a little bit of the glossy. Fully sculpted head all the way through. And let's just pop him right back on. Now the body sculpt. It's it is like actual spandex type material, so there's an actual body underneath here. There's a little bit of some parts where it's softer than others, but what I like about this body is it's not stiff, but there is a lot of resistance in his joints to retain his posability, which I love. It's smooth. It's firm, but it's smooth. Also, since it is 1/6 scale using actual material, do not bend his fucking legs like all the way up. You want to keep it nice and classy. His spider logo, his chest logo, it is made of pure rubbery material. I don't know if it's latex or silicone, but same with the web pattern all over his body. It is a rubbery texture. And same with the honeycomb texture all over his body as well. It's screen printed rubber texture, so there's a lot of grip. There's a lot of grip on, you can grip anywhere and it's just firm grasp. Firmly grasp it. Here you get the back logo and it attaches all the way to the sides. What I absolutely adore this spider logo for is that in the film they clearly used the original spider logo from the old suit. They use this logo and then slap the new one on top of it. So there's frames where it looks like he has two different logos, where here they used the one and it's just perfect. Here's his legs. Here's his feet. He's very firm on his feet too. He also stands better than most like action figures that I collect. He's very firm on the ground. Let's go over his posability and articulation. So the heads, well, sometimes the heads are supposed to have the pegs in their necks, but sometimes they come out on the body, so that's not such a big deal. But you get dumbbell joint that looks up that far, looks down that low, 360 degrees. If the camera stops fucking not focusing. He has some pretty impressive shoulder joints, because if you have him like this, you see it gives that definition, but then you want to hold this area so you can bring his arm out, and you also get the like it's hard to describe. You have to bring his shoulder up to actually get the definition back, but if you push down on it, you get more posability and range out of it. With the cloth suit, you get his arms go out that far. He has double jointed elbows that go in about that far. You want to be extra careful with his wrists, because his hands do pop off rather easily, but hold them at the base, they swivel. You just have to find the right angle to finagle them, and then let's pop it off. There's a little peg, you just pop it right in, and then you get some diaphragm articulation. Go forward. You can even make them go side to side a little bit. Some pretty nice articulation for a figure this size and quality. And my favorite example of how I said his articulation was firm are in his legs. Sometimes you gotta unbunch his suit in some areas so they can go further in other areas, but his legs go out that far. He has double jointed knees, and he has this strange ankle articulation. I don't know how to describe it. Like it swivels and then it goes up and down, but at a slight angle, which you can make work as long as you utilize the thigh swivel, the thigh rotation. So overall, if you want to get a Spider-Man 3 Venom figure for your collection, get this. Don't get any other. If you have $200 to blow on quality Spider-Man 3 products, get this guy. So here we have all of the notable Spider-Man 3 Venoms. You have the 1/6 scale Metacom, the 360 Hasbro Unleashed, the standard 5-inch Venom, specifically the spinning Symbiotech. Here we have the 2008 6-inch Venom and the 10-inch oozing Venom, as well as the Master Replicas Venom Mask Bust. Let's just take a closer look at all of them together. Want to hone in on the two 1/6 scale versions that I have, that being Thunder Toys and Metacom. So it's obvious that the Metacom one is shorter. I don't know how big is the Metacom Spider-Man compared to this, and how big is the Thunder Toys Spider-Man compared to this, because I did not think they'd be this different in size. You get the web pattern is relatively consistent across both versions, but you can tell the chest logo for the Metacom version borrows inspiration from the concept art that can be seen on E.J. Kreiser's sketches for the film. The eyes, I'd say they're a combination of final film accuracy plus the animatronic. And I've had this thing for about a year or so, and I love him, but he's really started to fall apart. Specifically this. He's a relic of the time, but we have come such a long way away. I paid $100 for this guy. He was used. I paid $200 and just out of the water. This is without a doubt one of the biggest recommendations I can make on my channel. Especially if you love Spider-Man 3, you love Venom, you love Topher Grace. Look for any excuse to get this guy. And for some fun, let's put him into some poses. I guess that concludes my review of the Thunder Toys Alien Host. You see, I had a basic outline of how I wanted to tackle this, but it wasn't scripted. Like, I'll give you a look. You may not even be able to read my handwriting, but look. It's a bridge. You get outer box, inner box, opening, and then like unscripted review, comparisons, articulation, and like art and photo shoot. Like, just even unscripted shit. Even unscripted, I was having a really hard time coming up with words to accurately convey how I feel about this guy. I guess I just gotta stick to the generic words. Amazing, outstanding, stupendous, fabulous, gorgeous, beautiful, spectacular, ultimate, anything good, any type of adjective that describes something good or of highest quality is in this figure. I don't know what else to say about it. I've been rambling on and on. I don't know what else to say. This thing is just fucking... It's everything I was wanting in Spider-Man 3 Venom type of merchandise, because, like I said, there's no other type of Spider-Man 3 merchandise where Venom looks this film accurate. So if you ever want a Spider-Man 3 Venom, hold all of your money and get this. This, like, okay, let's do what I did in my Christmas Trilogy. I forgot what order I went in, but let's, as a Spider-Man 3 fan, an A+, as a collector, an A+, and as a kid, an A fucking plus. This thing just knocked it out of the fucking park. And that's really all I can say. It's leaving me for a lack of better words, and that rarely ever happens. I just don't know what else there is to say. I think I'm just rambling on too much, but I think this is where I'm gonna cut the review. I'm going to make some type of announcement or like a little bit of discussion after this in the epilogue of the video, like epilogue if you want to say. So this is where the review ends. I hope you guys enjoyed, but if you guys want to stay to hear what I have to say after this, you're more than free, you're more than willing, or you're more than welcome to. But this is it. Thank you guys. I love you. Have a good day. Now that the review is over, I just wanted to insert some of my own personal thoughts and opinions on my Christmas Trilogy, so to speak. The first video I made was spur of the moment. I was talking to Toby Maguire Solos on Instagram, and he and I were talking pretty frequently about the Ooze sets, so I said, hey, I can make a short Christmas video in preparation for the Harry vs. Sandman Ooze Attack and Final Battle playset. So that video came out, and it came out way longer than I thought it was going to, but I actually like it in comparison to some of my other discussion videos. And then came the Sandman and Ooze Attack video. That one, it came out alright. It came out pretty good. It came out shorter than what I thought it was going to, but I think it was a worthy successor, a worthy Christmas successor to the Slime Time video. But the production on the Final Battle playset video, that one was developmental hell, because I had a lot of ideas and concepts and little things I was working on to put into that video that just didn't fully flourish because there was a lot of shit going on in my life behind the camera. Like, I won't go into detail, but someone I love was in the hospital. Some bills needed to be paid, and it was Christmas season, and I had to deal with buying presents for some people. I was fighting every day with this other person in my life. So I don't know what it was, but about halfway, I don't even think it was halfway through the video, where it just started to feel rushed and forced, like I was trying to put it out on time. And for any of those who may have got that impression, I really truly am sorry that the Final Battle playset video couldn't have been as good as I wanted it to be. Like, it was so rushed that I had enough material for the video to be 20 to 30 minutes long, but things were going so bad in my life that I crammed everything in, and it came out like 3 seconds longer than the Slime Time video, which that just sounds lazy to me. Like, I think I made my own equivalent to the Spider-Man trilogy. There was the first one, did pretty well. There was the second one that a lot of people were anticipating, and then the third one was the biggest one that I wanted to work on, big project of passion project, and it just came out rushed and forced and not up to my standards, my quality. So for those of you who may have felt disappointed by the Final Battle playset, I do feel you, and I really am sorry. Maybe one day I can go back and remake it better than I should have, better than I could, because I still have the video of me opening it and taking it out and assembling it, which is all I really need. So maybe one day it can be better, but I just want to let you guys know my opinions and thoughts on my Christmas trilogy. And other than that, there's really not much else going on in life. I mean, okay, never mind, that's a lie. My life fucking sucks right now. I'm stressed the fuck out. But I also wanted to get this Thunder Toys Alien host out around December, but that didn't really happen, so might as well start the year off strong with a good review. And then I'm planning on taking a little break for a while, at least until March, give or take, because March 3rd is my 21st birthday, and I feel like my quality of life will improve by then, but I feel I just gotta take a back seat for a little bit, relax, and just get my life back together, because things really are starting to fall apart for me behind the camera, and I don't want to be making videos that aren't up to my standards for the content that I'm supposed to make. So either way it goes, I'm gonna persevere. I'll come back after a while to hopefully better results, and hopefully you guys will see improvement on my end. Well, that's the review. That's my open mind and thoughts and everything I wanted to get off my chest. This video is now over, and I just want to thank you guys for 2023 on my channel, and thank you guys for watching my content. I love each and every one of you, and I think this video is over. See you guys. Camera, focus.